Today's lesson will be about search strategy. These are going to be about the best ways to effectively search for things online. This is an important skill to have in real life, especially if you're heading towards higher education. You're going to be conducting a lot of research for assignments, papers, and projects. With that in mind, today's lesson will teach you how to effectively search and create successful search strategies. That way it will save you time and you'll be looking for relevant sources. To start off, we're going to look at American Association of School Librarians Framework for Learners. This framework is to provide educators with guidance and structure. It's basically there to aid educators when they're developing their curriculum, and it guides the decisions that reflect specific competencies. Specifically for this lesson, we're going to be focusing on number 4, which is curate, make meaning for oneself and others by collecting, organizing, and sharing resources of personal relevance. Just to briefly touch on a few things that you would be encountering as you're going to determine the need to gather information. You're going to be identifying possible sources of information, making critical choices about information sources to use. You're going to be seeking a variety of sources. You're going to be systematically questioning and assessing the validity and accuracy of information, organizing information by priority, topic, and other systematic scheme. You're going to be assessing and evaluating collaboratively constructed information sites. Those are a few things that you're definitely going to be touching upon in terms of the standards framework for learners. By the end of today's lesson, you're going to learn how to search effectively by developing a search strategy. You're also going to be learning how to find relevant sources by evaluating sources. Briefly touched upon this on why it's important. I mentioned higher education, but today's lesson is going to ensure that you're finding relevant sources in the best way possible, because having a search strategy will save you a ton of time, and it guarantees that you're conducting successful searches so you'll find the most relevant sources. Then in today's lesson, you're going to be doing a discussion question, which is going to ask, what are some ways to effectively search for relevant information? I want you to provide some search strategies you learned from the online resources that I have listed on the site. There are plenty of resources for you guys to look through to answer your discussion question, in which you're going to develop a search strategy essentially. There's going to be a few videos you can look at. It's going to teach you how to create a search strategy, how to search better. There's even one on tips on how to search on Google. That's a very popular search engine, so I definitely had to include that in the resources. In addition, you're going to learn how to evaluate sources. So once you look up these items, I want you to be able to evaluate the validity and accuracy of each item to make sure you're getting the best sources possible. In addition, there's going to be a few readings I want you guys to look at. Some of them talk about the same topic, but it's written in different ways. So definitely find the ones that work for you. There's going to be one on search strategies. There's going to be searching tips on the internet. Again, effective searching. And then it's going to be definitely looking into how you can evaluate information. I listed 2 sources for that. So definitely take a look at those so you know how to evaluate information once you've done successful searches. And that's it. Take a look at the Padlet board. I'm going to have the discussion question at the very top, so that way you know what to look for. All the other resources are listed on the same exact board. Make sure you watch the videos, read the readings that I have listed, and definitely answer the discussion question before the end of the lesson.